want you to imagine a custom-shaped household that is not merely composed of 4 Homo sapiens, but of 4 Homo sapiens and 1 furry friend. I know we have discussed fostering a dog, but I want to introduce the possibility of fostering a cat.
Oh no.
Wait a minute. Where's my phone?
No, I'm filming it. I'm filming it. I'm taking
You filming it?
it. Wait, you gotta film up. You need to film their reaction.
I'll take over my phone.
Oh my.
He's gonna film your reactions to this incredibly well thought out. Okay, so the possibility of fostering a cat. First, let's talk about the fostering process. You will, through a shelter, apply to foster, prepare your house and home, and then you'll get the animal and take care of it.
Who is this lovely cat?
This cat is Tallulah. She's an 8-year-old short-haired female currently
What,
residing.
the references?
She's at the Maximum Animal Shelter in Denver, Colorado. And she is one of the cats that we could foster, should we choose to. So the application process, it just happens online. You fill out a couple of questions about the kinds of cats you would be willing to foster. And
Pull it together.
I can't do it together! But the kinds of cats you would be willing to foster.
Stop.
I'm crying! I'm crying because I just love these animals so much. Okay.
You're turning into
So next-
Carol.
What is that? Is that a real cat? This is Squeaker. Oh! He's also at the Maxwell Animal Shelter. She's 5 years old. She's super playful. And so, what does our home need in order to
But are they allergenic?
We'll get there. So in order to foster a cat, you must own your home or permission from your landlord. I think we own our home. That bullet point doesn't apply. We have a safe room, which we have so many rooms in this house. We think
For
we could
example,
spend-
we could use neighbor
For
room.
example, we could use neighbor room. Or the laundry room if we are worried about, having a non-porous surface. And the cat must stay indoors. It cannot be declawed. Well, in our
Are you filming me?
No.
Okay, so what do shelters provide? Shelters will, all of them will cover the vet bills. If applicable, they will provide the prescription food, and they will also help get the cat connected with possible adopting families. So what do we have to provide? We will have to provide, for most shelters, food, litter, and toys.
I'm sure dogs could provide litter.
What does that mean? This varies by shelter. So, depending on the shelter that we choose to apply at, we may not have to provide these. But we also have to provide love, snuggles, and a kind.
Is
and
this
caring-
serious? Are you serious? What?
Yes.
Okay, so about the kinds of cats we could foster. We could foster cats like Desdemona, who is a 17-year-old female at the Max Fund Animal Shelter. And she's very shy, and so she needs help socializing in order to become more adoptable. So the kinds of cats that are out for fostering,
Oh my god.
it's a huge list. Everything from kittens to pregnant moms to adult cats, and then injured cats or ill cats.
Wait, put your
And
arm out like that again.
I'm gonna cross out all of the kittens because I'm assuming we don't want to feed them every 2 to 3 hours. But that leaves all of these kinds of cats that we could take care of. And there, I see you making faces like maybe you're worried about feline immunodeficiency virus positive cats in our house, but we don't have any other cats. So we really don't have to worry about that. Okay, now what about taking care of the animal? This is Nugget. She's 15 and she's a very fancy senior lady. So, when the cat comes into our home, we would have to give it some time and its own space. repeatedly showing it what it needs, or like where its food bowl, litter box, sleeping area, etc. are. It would be indoors only. If we had to switch to a different type of food, we would have to be careful about that and kind of step it like into the new
Does
food.
Josh have anything to do with this?
Don't worry
Just
about
wait.
it.
Older cats are more likely to be housebroken, so we wouldn't have to worry about that since we're not planning on fostering kittens. Here's the expense breakdown. So, these are all of the things that you need, to have a cat. But I want to draw your attention to the fact that some of them will be provided for, or that we might already have it. For example, vet bills are provided for by the shelter. Food dishes we could probably borrow from someone else we know who has cats or dogs, or we could just use our own dishes that we already have. And
Do
finally,
they actually want to come?
remake
Or they
toys.
just freaking us out? They want to come?
But wait, there's
There's
more.
more.
There are things that are free, like love, a safe space.
No.
Yeah.
Love is gonna cost you.
We have lots of cardboard.
We
Yeah.
already have cardboard and string for the cat. And besides, if we do have to purchase these things, oh no. Purchases made for foster care may be considered donations to the shelter and could be tax deductible.
Okay.
So what about the time expenses? We covered the money expenses. The long-term time commitment varies with shelter, but most of them say it's as long or as short as you want. The daily time commitment is flexible, unlike that of a dog. It would involve the litter box, cleaning any accidents the cat may have, pet and love. But would it really feel like a chore? Especially this third one?
But mom is allergic!
Okay, I need to know.
I want you to know that I've already been in contact with multiple shelters.
What?
Asking them if they have any hypoallergenic or low allergy cats. I have not received a response, but I have asked multiple shelters.
No way.
I absolutely have.
No, she actually has.
I actually
What?
have.
How long has this been going on?
It's like noon. Okay, so let's go over what we as a family need to be aware of before we would commit to this. We have to understand the risks of zoonotic diseases and disease transmission to their pets. But we don't have any other pets, so it's really just about zoonotic diseases.
Zoonotic diseases?
We
They're
need to
low
be
risk.
comfortable giving medication if that's required. We may have to handle some fractious behavior or adjustment
Well, I
problems.
have children.
You've done it before. You're experienced. At the end, we have to bring it to appointments if needed at the end of the foster period, to medical care or to meet a potential adopter. Probably not this one during this time, obviously, but these other two. But then the last one is the most important one. That's all members of the household disagree with fostering. So, will you agree to foster a cat? This is Leroy. He's 5 years old. We could foster him if we want to.
Is he apologetic?
I have not received a response from the shelters I've contacted.
Oh my god. Do you have anything to do with this? Why are you just standing
I
there?
had my line!
What was your line?
But mom is allergic.
Oh.
And besides, he and I would be, mostly
we're
responsible for. We're the responsible
Yeah.
ones. I cleaned so much of the house today.
I cleaned my desk.
Are you guys serious? You want foster a cat?
I want to foster a cat. I made a presentation with 22 slides. There's also
Okay, wait.
Appendix A if you're really curious about all the shelters I've
No
done
way to go
research
back.
on.
Okay, I want to see.
Can you stick half that?
I don't know what to say.
The question's right there. Or there could be an interactive Q&A section right now.
We're
Well,
not taking
first of all,
questions.
it definitely has to be hypoallergenic because if you make me sick all the time, then it will not be good for your life.
Fair enough.
That's the only query.
That is a prime query.
So you're gonna bring the cat to like all these like meat like vet things
Vet
and
things.
stuff,
Mhm.
and nobody has to walk the cat.
No one has. The cat is indoors only.
So if the cat like pees or vomits in the house, then you will clean it up.
Then we will clean it up. It was there on the time commitment slide.
Oh, was it? That you will? No,
Yeah.
not that I will.
Oh, I cleaned so much today.
You did.
I can.
Yes, you
I
did.
can clean.
It is a compelling presentation.
Thank you.
Wait, let's take a peek at Appendix A, please.
I've done research on several different shelters. I've already weeded out any shelters that are not accepting new foster applicants at this time.
Oh.
You made a chart.
With pros and cons.
Times. We buy food. We buy food. Food process commit until adoption.
If I had to make a professional recommendation, I'd recommend Max Fun or the Rocky Mountain Feline Rescue.
Me as well.
Wait, but okay. One thing I have actually never understood about the cat thing is that are there hypoallergenic cats that still have fur? Because I don't want a naked skin cat thing.
I
Those are
believe-
disgusting.
I believe there are. There are also, I think, shampoos like that make them less
And
allergy inducing. But we don't want to make her do anything.
shots. No, they're shots
Yeah.
for the cat.
Oh, there's shots for the cat?
They're
Shots for the
new.
cat.
They're very,
Yes, but are they available in Denver? I have seen that, which I think is a great.
I have not been able to look into that. But I will get back to you.
Would
soon.
you like to write that down and we can get back to them?
Yes, I would like to know if we could give the cats the hypoallergenic shots.
The shots of the shampoo.
And I would like to know what specific types of cats are hypoallergenic and still have fur, and whether any of them are ever alive in Denver, or whether they're only alive in like Egypt or something.
But those are the naked ones.
That's what I want to know. Whether they're have fur, hypoallergenic, and in Denver.
But I've contacted them asking if they do have hypoallergenic ones, but we will look into those breeds, the shots, the shampoo for you.
You, for Rocky Mountain Feline Rescue, long or short-term commitments. What is a short-term commitment?
What it officially says on their website is that you can return the cat at any time. I believe a short-term commitment is, for most of these, is like 2 weeks. And a long-term commitment would be until adoption.
What duration of commitment do you have in mind?
The duration of commitment, I guess
Spring quarter.
that I have in mind is spring quarter. If I am still here, like if I'm still staying at the house over the summer, then I would say over the summer until fall. But if I'm not, it would be up to Josh as to the duration of the commitment if he wanted to push it into the summer or not.
And you guys have switched from being interested in a puppy to interested in cats because you don't have to walk them and they're a little less maintenance.
It's less maintenance. I love them more.
I like them all.
And older cats are housebroken, so you don't have to worry about that.
It is
I-
intriguing.
I'm not saying no.
Step one.
Step one.
I'm not saying no. I am impressed with your presentation. I appreciate the comprehensive nature and the amount of research that went into it.
Thank you.
And the small amount of cooperativity that seemed to occur. It made me laugh and feel happy. You? What are your thoughts?
I'm impressed that you guys have researched this. You took the initiative to do it. And it is in consideration. You're not committing, yes,
if it is a hypoallergenic cat, that I would seriously